thanks for your time and hopping on this call here and sharing obviously your experience. I appreciate it. So first things first, like, can you tell us like where you practice and really how you found us?
Sure. Primarily, I practice in Vaughan, Richmond Hill, North End, Northeast End. And I found you on Instagram actually. And then I did a lot of research on you and spoke. I was looking for a good lead generation company, interviewed many people, and you just seemed the best and real.
I appreciate that. Thank you for the kind words. And do you recall essentially how the process, like what made you want to really choose us over all the companies that you were working with or you were interviewing, I should say?
Yeah. So I felt that your coaching alone was worth the entire lead gen. So I felt like when I was looking at your videos, I checked you out on YouTube, I checked you out in many places. And I felt that even if I didn't do a deal at all, Sid, I felt like your coaching alone and my motivation to get back on track because 30 years in the industry you start forgetting, you probably can't read that, but you stop forgetting the gotta be in the office, gotta make my calls, your accountability schedule, right?
Yeah.
I felt, well, if nothing at all, I love what Sid is teaching me. And in our very, very first call, I learned something from you that to me was worth the entire system.
I really appreciate that. What was that? If
Don't hang up the phone without booking the next appointment.
Love it. Love it. That is powerful. And yes, I always live by that. 30 years in the business, you've accomplished so much and obviously you're still invested in growing, which is incredible here. Let's say, I mean, when we got started, you obviously encountered some leads, you had some great conversations. What would you say really clicked to you during the program or during the service we were providing that, okay, now this is making sense? If as a small win, that's kind of what I'm asking. What was your small win during the whole progress?
Well, we started sometime in April, May, June, met a great lead. As a matter of fact, by the way, Sid, they're all good leads. Majority of them are, okay? They're all conversing, they're answering the phones. So now it's my job to take it further, right? But the
Yeah.
leads are pretty much real. I met someone, we immediately went out, just started putting in offers in July, first week of July. We just firmed up the deal last night.
Love it. Love
And
it. That's incredible.
just shy of $1 million in a matter of what, 3 months, 4 months, if that. April, sometime we started in April, May, we're in July, so like 2, 3 months, Sid.
Yeah.
And again, like I'm a little bit older, so learning the system, I think that one of my biggest qualities that I really bring to my success as organization. So while you were getting yourself ready and organized to launch, I was out there learning this new CRM, figuring out like it doesn't matter how Sid wants you to set it up. You set it up the way you want to set it up.
Right.
So it makes sense to you. So like I'm organized and that really helps.
Love it. Love it. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think our job is always to kind of give you the tools, but then how you use them is very different for every agent. And yes, you're absolutely right. You were really organized, and that always helped in giving us clarity on what direction to move and how to take it to the next level. That's incredible. So you essentially met this lead in June, and you now we already have a firm deal in on July 31st. So 2 months took them to the finish line, and you said it was $1 million deal. So would you say it's like roughly around 25K in
Yeah,
GCI?
2.5.
Love it, love it. And from what I see here on that campaign, we spent around 1,500. Overall, we spent around 3,000-ish. Does that sound about
Yeah,
right?
that sounds about right.
Amazing, amazing. So that's like over, 10x ROI, and we're just getting started. We have a bunch of other leads in the pipeline here. If let's say we were to just look at like your before and after, just to get a sense of how the business was before and how it's changed, can you just give us a
What do you mean?
general idea?
Like, what do you mean? How
Uh,
my personal business was, or
yeah, like how you were essentially getting leads and how the business was prior. And now that, we have this system installed in your business, how things have changed when it comes to online lead generation.
so it's something new for me. I was, and still, well, not anymore, but I was 100% on referral basis, right? So I wanted to take my business to a different level because I am thinking about the next 5 years, right? And I know what I'm offering the buyers or the sellers. So I feel like it is taking me to, I'm stepping towards that other level.
Yeah, right, right. So would you say essentially now there's a little bit more predictability on kind of like how we can start scaling rather than just relying on
Oh,
sphere
100%.
of influence? Yeah,
Absolutely, 100%. Like it works. Like it's a huge ocean out there, Sid.
yeah,
And I know there's a lot of realtors, but there's a lot more people out there, right? But you got to put in the effort. Like you got to put in the effort. The leads are coming in. You got to call them, got to talk to them. And for me, I love to learn new things. So it's not just learning and it's not just the coaching. I actually did a deal
I love
too.
that.
So it's a
Yeah.
win-win. And then on top of it, another win, right?
Exactly, right? Like now, do you have an idea maybe of how many leads or clients you're kind of in conversation with in this
Yeah.
in the CRM?
I can tell you exactly, but at this moment, I would say probably about 10 to 15 solid conversations happening. Um,
Amazing.
Trying to get out there, getting them to book appointments. I'm in conversations with over 44 people and 8 in appointments.
Love
So
that. Love
50
that.
people. And again, like even when we started, said that's a lot, right? Because I also have my own business on the side. So there's lots of people out there.
Yeah, and these are all in the areas you wanted to be in
Whole New York
specifically.
region.
I love that. I love that. So very specific targeted clients that you're working with. And when it comes to essentially the time you're spending on a daily basis, can you give us an idea of like kind of what you would say on these particular leads that let's just say even to get this deal under the belt, how much time did you actually spend? You can be honest and there's
Yeah,
no,
I think it's fair though, because I talk a lot. I have a lot of information. I'm old school. I feel like I want to make that personal connection before it's just business, 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 right?
yeah.
So I'll kind of get to know them, know their family, swap conversations. But like if you're going to stick to the point and just be business, 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 you could probably do it for half the time that I spend.
And yeah,
There are
how much?
days when I spend no time, Sid, because I'm dealing, like, I just closed 4 deals yesterday, right? So
Yeah,
I was busy. I was trying to also stay organized, but my conversations, you, Sid, or someone else could spend half the amount of time. There are days when I dedicate an entire day and I'm just on calls all day long, right?
right.
So I think someone else would probably do it in half the amount of time, that I could do it in.
I agree, but I know that you're being modest here and like realistically, what would you say that on a weekly basis did you spend? Like how much time would you say just on average?
10 hours.
Sorry, 10 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah, t 10 hours is phenomenal. I mean, 10 hours a week and you already have a deal under the belt and like 10 conversations. Amazing, amazing. Just last thing here, Rashida, if someone's watching right now and thinking of joining us, what would you say to them?
So I have been in the business forever. I started at a very, very young age. I have used many, many lead generations in the matter of even just the last 15 years. I would hands down join. Like I said, the coaching is phenomenal. The communication is amazing. If I slack off a little bit, I'm a mom, I have kids. Sometimes Sid's on top of me saying, "Hey, Rashida, how's it going? Hey, Rashida, what's going on? Hey, Rashida, what's going on?" You know, it's very rare and it works. So I don't see any reason at all why you shouldn't be joining them. The system
I,
works, but you
I
also have to put in your effort.
100%.